Jesus teaches the people from Matthew 5 and 7. Read to you today by Gammy. Crowds of people gathered to hear Jesus. They had heard about him and all the miracles that he had done, and they wanted to see and hear him for themselves. When Jesus saw the crowds, he went up on a mountain, sat down, and began to teach them. He surprised the people by saying, "The humble and gentle people of the world are blessed by God. Those who are merciful, pure in heart, and poor in spirit are blessed." But Jesus also warned them that some people would say bad things about them and would even be mean to them because they believed in God. "But you'll be blessed because of that," Jesus said, "and your reward will be in heaven, and it will be great." You are the salt of the earth, Jesus taught, and the light of the world. No one lights a lamp and then hides it under a basket where no one can see it shine. No, the lamp is put up on a stand so that its light will fill the house. In the same way, the good things that you do should shine for the world like a bright light. They should show everyone of the goodness of God in heaven. Some people say that you should love your neighbor and hate your enemies. But I say, love your enemies and pray for those who do you wrong. That's what the children of God would do. After all, if you only love those who love you back, how are you being a child of God? And if you only talk to those who talk to you, how are you different from anyone else? Anyone can do that. I want you to love your neighbors and your enemies too. Jesus also taught the people about the right way to give. You must be careful how you give, he warned. Don't give to the poor just to show off in front of others. Some people even sound the trumpets when they give, so that everyone will cheer for them. Don't be like them. They already have their reward from the people, so they don't get a reward from God. When you give to the poor, don't let anyone see you. God will still see you, and he will reward you. And be careful how you pray, Jesus said. Some people love to pray standing up where everyone can see them. Don't pray like that. Don't pray just so others can see you. Go into a quiet room, close the door, and pray in secret. God will hear you, and he'll reward you. And don't just say a lot of words over and over again. God knows what you need, even before you ask him. So pray like this. Our Father in heaven, your name be honored as holy. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And do not bring us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Don't worry about getting lots of treasures here on earth, Jesus said. Those treasures can be stolen by thieves or eaten up by moths or rust. Collect treasures in heaven by doing what God says. Those treasures can never be stolen or destroyed. And don't worry what you'll eat or drink or wear, said Jesus. Just look at the birds. They don't plant food, but God feeds them. And look at the flowers. Not even King Solomon was dressed as beautifully as the flowers. And you're worth much more than birds of flowers. If you will obey God and put him first in your life, he will take care of you, Jesus promised. Then Jesus taught the people about two kinds of builders. Everyone who obeys my words is like the wise man who built his house on rock. The rains poured down and the waters rose all around. The wind roared and howled and beat against his house, but his house did not fall because it was built on rock. But everyone who doesn't obey my words, Jesus warned, will be like the foolish man who built his house on the sand. The rains poured down and the waters rose all around. The winds roared and howled and beat up against the house, and it came crashing down. Jesus taught the people many things that day, and they were amazed by his words. Jesus didn't teach like ordinary teachers. He taught with the power of God, and he didn't teach ordinary lessons. Jesus taught that true righteousness comes from the inside. None of us are righteous on the inside. We are sinners. But when we trust in Jesus and the perfect life he lived, God changes us from the inside out. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. John 14 and 6.